I don't think there should have to be a resolution to everything. I think you should stay confused. You know, the work has a very material presence. What's in front of you is what's there, but within that, I'm very interested in how something that's materially present can actually look like it's perhaps dematerializing, falling apart, in a state of collapse, balancing very precariously. There's a tension about that materiality because we don't understand exactly how the object is doing what it's doing. So in the studio, we kind of work across a wide range of materials we use. You know, metal, wood, we do casting. I make quite a lot of work with leather, and I suppose I'm very interested in what the materials bring to the work in terms of how we look at it. So one of the pieces in the show is called Classics, and that kind of, obviously the title makes a play on, and the work itself makes a play on classical sculpture and specifically Greek architecture. So through the process of casting, there's a kind of mimicking of the form of the classical column, whereby the sort of fluting on a classical column is replaced by casting into corrugated cardboard, which produces a sort of effect that references the original but is totally removed from it. You know, I'm very interested in how colour affects our perception of an object. So I use quite a lot of colour and different sort of locating colour perhaps on different faces of objects to, I suppose, increase a sense of maybe the direction or the speed of an object, or how it changes, or how the eye perceives maybe the space within the sculpture. For me, the ideal way of working is to have an expansive practice that potentially can bring in any format. So most of my practice isn't photographic. This is quite a specific project where I was really interested in how the two sort of life forms interact. One of the things I'm really interested in is kind of romantic or spiritual or sort of esoteric perhaps ideas around materiality. So they're the things that we bring to things that are perhaps inanimate. And with the snake, it occupies a sort of different way because it isn't an object, it's a, you know, largely sentient sort of being, but it is a sort of one of the things within, I suppose, within mythology, within belief that we as humans bring so much to, but yet the snake itself obviously doesn't return any of those emotional ways of looking to us. The snake doesn't regard us as anything. To show at the Hugh Lane is, you know, it's a gallery I would have visited as a child. You know, I would have been brought here to see things with my grandmother. For me still, this feels like a show that I'm doing at home in a different way than perhaps doing a show where I live would be, and it means, you know, an awful lot to me to do that and to bring what I do to an Irish audience.